success comes from the inside out. In order to change what is on the outside, you must first change what is on the inside. One thing I've learned in life is that the more quiet you are, the less attention you will get from invaluable people. Life is like yoga. The only way you can enjoy it is by relaxing into any position you happen to find yourself in. To exist is to change. To change is to mature. To mature is to go on creating oneself endlessly. Try your best not to make people sad if you can't make them happy, because some people may be passing through tough time in life. I had forgotten how much light there is in the world till you gave it back to me. Happiness is part of who we are. Joy is the feeling. Don't forget, a person's greatest emotional need is to feel appreciated. I saw the world from the star's point of view, and it looked unbearably lonely. The inner fire is the most important thing mankind possesses. Truth is what your contemporaries let you get away with. In my deepest wound, I saw your glory, and it dazzled me. What cannot be said above all must not be silenced but written. Even a blind man knows when the sun is shining. If you tend to a flower, it will bloom, no matter how many weeds surround it. No persons are more frequently wrong than those who will not admit they are wrong. Rich people plan for 3 generations, poor people plan for Saturday night. Until you step into the unknown, you don't know what you're made of. Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue what you want. There is a certain right by which we many deprive a man of life, but none by which we may deprive him of death. This is mere cruelty. An error does not become truth by reason of multiplied propagation, nor does the truth become error because nobody will see it. Never apologize for burning too brightly or collapsing into yourself every night. That is how galaxies are made. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. Tourism, human circulation considered as consumption, is fundamentally nothing more than the leisure of going to see what has become banal. Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. No matter how high your status in life is, you are inferior to death. For this be humble. For some unknown reason, success usually occurs in private, while failure occurs in full view. You'll forget it when you're dead, and so will I. When I'm dead, I'm going to forget everything, and I advise you to do the same. There are no environments where you're only going to win, because life just isn't like that. Life was meant to be lived, and curiosity must be kept alive. One must never, for whatever reason, turn his back on life. Don't let your luggage define your travels. Each life unravels differently. Weekends don't count unless you spend them doing something completely pointless. The most important person you meet in life is your higher self. It takes drive and focus to move from potential to reality. Even a snail will eventually reach its destination. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall come easily by what others have labored hard for. Telling Sam and Danica feels like peeling off my own skin to expose everything underneath. It hurts. I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse. An intelligent man is one who acknowledges his intelligence as that of those who surround him. What's even more messed up than funerals is the way people treat you after the funeral, like you're diseased or something. Time bows to authentic commitment, and it stretches to accommodate it. A tiny change today brings a dramatically different tomorrow. There were many terrible things in my life, and most of them never happened. You have to lift a person up before you can really put them in their place. My hope still is to leave the world a bit better than when I got here. Each person deserves a day away in which no problems are confronted, no solutions searched for. You should expect mistakes in your life. Mistakes are expected, inspected, and respected. Success always hugs you in private, but failure slaps you in the public. All these years of thinking, ending up like this, in front of all this beauty, understanding nothing. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. When I was growing up, I always wanted to be someone. Now I realize I should have been more specific. Because horror on earth is real and it is every day. It is like a flower or like the sun. It cannot be contained. If I had to choose between betraying my country and betraying my friend, I hope I should have the guts to betray my country. You always know the truth, because when you cut yourself or someone else with it, there's always a bloody show. The greatest win is walking away and choosing not to engage in drama and toxic energy at all. The highest activity a human being can attain is learning for understanding, because to understand is to be free. You can take my life, but you'll never break me. So bring me your worst, and I will definitely give you mine. You can believe in whatsoever you like, but the truth remains the truth, no matter how sweet the lie may taste. We have to speak the truth always, at any cost, and no matter what. A single death is a tragedy, a million deaths is a statistic. Remember that the happiest people are not those getting more, but those giving more. Even though human life may be the most precious thing on earth, we always behave as if there were something of higher value than human life. Evolution is a revolution without R, and R is a renewal of the mind. I enjoy growing older and wiser and learning from my mistakes every single day. Success is most often achieved by those who don't know that failure is inevitable. Knowledge, like air, is vital to life. Like air, no one should be denied it. A loving soul was always more beautiful over the long haul, but actual prettiness was fleeting. If it can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. The average passenger eats enough calories to keep them weight gain a year old for a week and a half. You are the magic code that unlocks your happiness. You will find the key to success under the alarm clock. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. There is no tomorrow, and there was no yesterday. If you truly want to accomplish your goals, you must engulf yourself in today. Be it lifelong or short, its completeness depends on what it was lived for. Free your mind from routine, keep your brain somewhere else. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is at all comprehensible. When I tell the truth, it is not for the sake of convincing those who do not know it, but for the sake of defending those that do. It's always the ones who are the quietest who often have the greatest things to say. Some beautiful paths can't be discovered without getting lost. Keep your best wishes close to your heart and watch what happens. A hero is no braver than an ordinary man, but he is brave 5 minutes longer. If we thought more for ourselves, we would have very many more bad books and very many more good ones. It takes time to build a career and become industry savvy, Sin Jezaheo. Time changes all things. There is no reason why language should escape this universal law. Death comes to us all. We can only choose how to face it when it comes. Even in the loneliest moments, I have been there for myself. Too late. I found you can't wait to become perfect. You got to go out and fall down and get up with everybody else. Myth is much more important and true than history. History is just journalism, and you know how reliable that is. Verily, knowledge is a lock and its key is the question. Change is not always growth, but growth is often rooted in change. Dries Duerden. Defeat may serve as well as victory to shake the soul and let the glory out. Thinking something does not make it true. Wanting something does not make it real. When you want something, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve it. Fear is nothing more than a negative assessment of risk. A painter should begin every canvas with a wash of black, because all things in nature are dark except where exposed by the light. Go after what you want in life. Don't just talk about it. Take a step. Run. This place has only 3 exits, sir: madness and death. I am not afraid to die. I am only afraid of saying goodbye to you forever. We have not been rewarded to evolve over our failures, but punished never to make mistakes again. Sometimes we don't get second chances, Owen. Sometimes things just end.